This is how to play SMT Expanse in 4 easy steps, and make sure you stick around towards the end because yes, there are rule updates. The first step, you have to buy Tabletop Simulator. It's 20 bucks. I can't really help you much more with that. Maybe you've got it, maybe you'll catch it on sale. That's a prerequisite. So the second step would actually be to follow the link that's going to be in the description so that you can make it right here. The SMT Expanse 2+ players mat, and then all you'd have to do is click on subscribe, which is going to add it to your Tabletop Simulator. Once you've got that done, all you have to do is fire up Tabletop Simulator. You want to hit create, single player or multiplayer if you've got someone to play with, and then it's going to be listed right here next to Workshop. The final step, you just click on that, click load, there you go. Shin Megami Tensei Expanse all ready to play with 3 half decks right out of the gate. You've got Shin Megami Tensei If, Persona 5, and Devil Survivor 2. So if you notice any weird card interactions or anything that's unclear, leave them in the comments and I will address them. I'm forever working on this, always wanting to update it. And with that out of the way, the rules updates. First rule change, expanded fusions. Previously, if you wanted to fuse something like a Fool Demon, you needed to use either 2 Death Demons, 2 Magician Demons, or 1 of each. Now, to make things a little easier on deck building, you can use 2 more in any direction. So you can use 2 Hanged Man Demons, 2 Death Demons, 2 Magician Demons, or 2 Priestess Demons, or 1 of any in combination with 1 of any other. So this is just to make things a little bit easier on if you're trying to fuse stuff up. And once you've successfully fused, another new rule is that you can go ahead and draw. So yes, for every successful fusion, you draw a card to replenish your hand and make it so that fusing doesn't make you go as negative. The third and final rule update is that of retreat and deploy. When you have leader slots filled, if you have a revealed leader in your moon phase, you're able to retreat one of your leaders and then deploy the leader in the moon phase to that now empty slot. You can only do this once per turn, and there's no lateral movement. You're not allowed to switch the leader in your left party with your goddess, for example. There are special rules governing retreat deploy with the goddess. If there's ever going to be an empty leader slot, if your opponent empties out a party of demons and then kills the leader, your goddess is immediately deployed to that empty leader slot. At no point can there be an empty leader slot with your goddess in the moon phase. So be cognizant of that. Make sure you don't give your opponent an opening to leave your goddess free to take a bunch of HP damage. Lastly, we're going to go over how to make a deck. At the time of this video, there's only about 150 cards in SMT Expanse, and I will link both set 1 and set 2 in the description, so just be mindful of that. But you're going to want to go ahead, right-click on Tabletop Simulator, go to Properties, and then you're going to want to click on Local Files, and then you want to browse local files, and then you're going to be in modding. So once you're in modding, you want to go ahead and click on Deck Builder, and finally you're at the Deck Editor. Once you click on Deck Editor, it's going to open up this new window. You want to click on New Deck, and then you don't want to mess with the width or the height. And now that we've got this empty space, what you're going to have to do, basically, is either download the cards separately, because they're all the same size, which is the only thing that matters, and then load them in, but since I made the cards, it's a little bit easier for me. All I have to do is go to the folder that's got them in there, and we'll go ahead and start picking them out. You drag the cards into the space, and then it shows up like so. Now the only thing you want to make certain of, the 70th slot is for your card back, your sleeve basically. So make sure that whatever you put there, like, is what you want on the back of the card. There's only 69 cards in the actual deck basically. Now I'm not going to construct a complete deck here, but let's go ahead and leave, I guess, this with just Napaya. We'd want to save deck as, and then we'll do test. That's completely fine. And then we would export as test. Now with that, it's going to then show up as a ping file, and that ping file is going to be the deck list, like so. Now that we've got our deck created back in Tabletop Simulator, in order to import the deck, first we want to you can right click, I guess, but you can also click on Objects up here, go to Components, and then you want to go to Cards, Custom Deck. Once you've got the custom deck dropped, you want to right click it, and then for the face, you're going to import the ping of the deck that you just created. And you want to make sure that you click on Cloud, because if you don't click on Cloud and you click on Local, then the images are only going to be visible to you. And then for the back, just include the card back again here. Honestly, as you can probably tell, I've played around with this just enough to be able to actually get this out to you guys. Now, the important thing is that the number, you make sure that is equal to the number of cards in the deck minus the card back. That's not counted. So for the Persona 1 deck that I put together, there's only 39 cards in the deck, so we are now free to import that. And up they show. I would zoom in, but I've only got my mouse pad. I had to unplug my mouse to get this to work. It's a setup. Takes a little bit, just bear with me. You want to scale that up, so, oh, not that much, so that it fits into the slot. And then you've got the deck. You can hit F to flip it over. You can click and drag to bring it over. You can click and drag to bring it over. You can hold Alt to have it show up for you. But this is how you'd go about it. And you'd have to download the cards that you're interested in if you decide to make anything other than the decks that are already here. That's why I put together the pre-con ones, just to cut down on the legwork. But yes, this is how you play SMT Expanse, rules, updates, and all. I hope you guys enjoy it.